Well, we've come to the end. Again, like I said the other day, it's not a happy day. It's a relief day. We're done. And we hope that everyone can, at this point, move on with their lives. Are there any questions about today's proceedings?
Family members, they said they wanted more. They were crying. I don't know if you could see, but what do you have to say to them?
We're going to go down and talk to them. They're in our office now, and we're going to, as soon as I finish here, I'm going to go down and talk with them. And I'll keep that between us and them.
Explain what the judge meant about negligence and not requiring any prison.
The charges, some charges in Georgia require what's called a mandatory minimum. None of these charges carried that, and that's what he was referring to.
Are you satisfied with this sentencing? Just as a thought, I understand what the families were saying, but how do you feel about it? You were asking for 80 years.
80 years is what I thought would be appropriate for this case, which is why I asked for it. In my line of work, my job and my lane is to present all of the evidence as best I can, and I believe we did that in this case. And at that point, it's turned over to other people to make a decision like that, and I always accept what their decisions are.
The judge mentioned this is a precedent-setting case. What precedent do you hope this sentencing in this case will take for future cases?
That people need to understand that this is a phenomenon going through our society and do not take these things lightly. And I own guns. I'm not against people owning guns. I own them myself. But when you see someone in distress, please take away their access to guns. These kids are not in a position where they are able to make rational decisions when it comes to things like firearms. And we need, as a society, step up and realize who should and who should not have access to them.
Kids return to Appalachian High just tomorrow. What do you hope all of this happening hours before they're set to go back does for these children as they're still healing, and teachers and this entire community?
I'm sad that it had to happen right before they went back, but I'm glad it is over before they go back. The timing's not ideal, but it's at least better than doing it during the school year.
Do you think it'll help with the healing?
I would hope so.
What kind of precedent is that setting?
What?
Sentencing, what kind of precedent is that setting for future cases?
That people need to understand that you have a duty to not ignore these risks. And if you do, then you're eligible to be prosecuted.
That other family, that Michigan, I guess, what was their sentence? You know?
I believe their sentence was 15 years. However, that in their laws, that was the maximum that they were able to get.
Sheriff, you've been there through the investigation. We've seen many days here in court. What does this moment mean to you, sir?
I'm very proud of our DA and his team and the master class that they did with the prosecution of the father and the shooter this week. My main words are let's heal. Let's heal.
You know, 80 years versus 15, there's a big difference there, but is 15 enough, do you think, to send a message to other parents to be more mindful?
I don't think the sentence is what it would take to send the message. I think the charging was what sent the message, and that's what our job was. So we found the laws, we found the facts, and we went forward with that.
The judge pointed out there's a version of events here where Colt decides against taking Rita to school at the last minute for whatever reason. Something might have changed his mind, and that decision was not up to Colin. That was something that was out of his control. Why does the father of Colt deserve to be punished for something that his son did when he ultimately did not make that decision?
Colt Gray was 14 years old and had no access to firearms except the one his father gave him, knowing that he was already a threat to schools.
I know the legal process, as you said, or the judge said, is all done now, but do you have any other messages for the community moving forward?
For our community in Barrow County, if you need help, if you need some sort of counseling or just a loving hand, please reach out. We're here. That's what the beauty of Barrow County is. We are here for each other. Take advantage of that.
Colin's defense said that they will appeal. What does that change for your office, or how do you prepare for something like that? What would happen next?
We always, whenever you're starting charging a case, you're looking at where are there issues that could be appealed. So we're ready for that. We feel like our charges were adequate and professional and the correct ones to do. And so we're confident we'll be fine in any appeal situation.
Do you feel the gravity of the moment in the sense of, obviously what Cole did, but in the sense of legally, that this is such a landmark case, we will see others that are going to look into what happened here as sort of leading the way, unfortunately, because of other school shootings, in particular with the parents. Do you feel the gravity of this moment, that this is so unprecedented?
I
know
think-
with Ethan Crumley's parents, but they faced manslaughter. This is the first murder.
I think from the moment this happened, we've been crushed by the gravity of it, and we've carried it every day. Thank you again for y'all's professionalism, and I appreciate everything.
Thank you all.